3, 2, 1. All right, SEC Media Days are right around the corner. Lots of storylines there. You guys are starting camp here pretty soon. And we got a lot of other things to talk about. What's on our mind? Well, you're going to have to stick around and find out. It's the Regular Guys Podcast. Israel Troupe, Corey Burton. Here we go.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
And that's right. Don't quit your day job. It's the Regular Guys Podcast here on the After Dark Network. Joining me, Israel Troupe, OC, Thomasville High School. You guys just did an OTA today, didn't you?
We did want to get some Bainbridge down here in South Georgia. My old head coach, my old high school head coach, Jay Walls, is the head coach there now. So it was good seeing him, and we got some good work in today. Good. It's always good to go against somebody else because, you know, when you go against your own team, you get to see them every day. You kind of know what's coming and stuff like that. So it's always good to go against somebody else.
Yeah. So what was the best part of today? What did you guys
saw a lot of guys that stepped up today. A lot of guys that you've been wanting to step up for a little while. That's been kind of a little timid, I would say. They stepped up there in some huge situations, made some tough catches in different situations and things. I think we grew up a lot today, so I think that was the most encouraging part because we're pretty good, But you always fight that stuff these days of getting complacent. So, the bar was set high today, so I told them the standard, and I said, "This is the bar. We cannot. This is where y'all set it today. It's not going any lower than that." So, but they look good today, from top to bottom. Quarterback, running back, receivers, everybody looked good today.
Good. What's so you're going to look at the film? What do you anticipate? I don't know if you've watched the film yet already, or if you have, then you could probably answer this not anticipating. You can probably just tell me. But what are you anticipating being the biggest improvement coming off of this OTA session?
Attitude. You can look at the physical part of everything, and we got another OTA next week. We actually got a padded OTA next week. Today was just kind of a regular OTA, but the attitude, the physicality part will come with it. I said, but you got to play like you're the baddest MF on the field. Like you got to understand that when somebody lines up across from you, you got to know that he can't beat you. That's just the mentality you got to have as a competitor. You know what I mean? So, and it's hard to instill that if you aren't born with it. You know what I mean? So, I test them every day. I press that button every day just to see how bad I can piss them off. Just to get that dog to come out of them. And today I didn't have to. They kind of did it on their own. So I think we're maturing. I think that's the biggest thing that I've seen so far is the mature factor of this football team.
Do y'all build that stuff into practice, like your regular practice sessions, like trying to get that attitude out of them with competition and stuff?
Oh, yeah. I piss them off every day. Every day I choose somebody, and it's usually, one of my guys. He may do one thing wrong at practice, but I'm ripping him. You know what I mean? So it shows the other guys, hey, shoot, coach gonna get on everybody. You know what I mean? So, and it's also how I approach practice as well. I think coaches are the biggest motivators of their team. If you come out walking and lethargic at practice, kids they're gonna do the same thing. You know what I mean? So I'm hollering, jumping. I had a sinus infection all this week, so I'm hollering, still jumping around, fussing. And the kids feed off of that as well. So I'm really excited about what we got going on. I'm really excited about football starting in general because there's nothing on TV because the Braves suck and the Yankees suck right now. So it's been a struggle in the sports world.
It is definitely a struggle. How do you struggle with the A's? Good Lord, man. Yeah, I hear you. But SEC Media Days are right around the corner.
It is. I saw some of the guys that are going. I think I saw what's his name? Quarterback at Alabama, McCarron.
AJ McCarron.
AJ McCarron going off on Hugh Freeze, so it's about that time. It's about that time. It's about
Yeah, Hugh Freeze playing a little too much golf, man. He's not recruiting.
Look, man, and everybody knows that. That's the game. That is the game. I saw Paul Feinbaum going off about how Cam Newton was the biggest headache of Urban Meyer's career, and I'm like, okay, I think that's a stretch right there, big dog.
That is a stretch. I mean, one moment probably, but like you can't I don't know. The Cam Newton thing at Florida was weird because like you steal some laptops, you make some bad decisions, and it just is what it is, man. Like
Yeah,
you keep them there, you know. I don't
Cam
know.
was there for he was there for 4 months. I mean, at the most, I think 4 months, because he came. We all came at the same time. We're all the same age, so he came in. Um, and then laptop situation happened, and then obviously he wasn't going to start over Tebow, so he left. And then you know how he won that championship at JUCO, comes to Auburn, wins that championship, wins the Heisman, MVP, all that stuff. So I mean, Paul Finebaum, I think he makes football the way it is, but I think he would definitely have a Kirby Smart moment if him and Cam were actually sitting down talking to each other. But when Kirby said, "Hey, I heard what you said," I think if him and Cam actually sat down, Cam would be like, "Oh, I heard what you said." All 6'5", 250 of them will be sitting there.
Feinbaum gets real quiet when because Lane Kiffin does it to him all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Kirby does it to him all the time. But I think he relishes in that though. I think that's just kind of what he does. He's just kind of a pot stirrer, and I think behind the scenes, like he knows and they know he's just doing it. Well, I don't know. I mean, we don't know for sure, but I have to assume that he's doing that for show because some of the things he says are just.
Paul Finebaum was that kid that was really cool with the football players that hung out with him. All the football players went to his house, because he had, parents was always out of town. He always had the beer and stuff, like back in the day we were in high school, so Paul Finebaum was that kid, that grew up and, thinks he knows everything now. But I like Paul. I think he's hilarious. But hearing Cam, because I listen to 4th and 1 all the time too as well, I'm like, no, that just don't sound right. It does not sound.
No, it doesn't at all. That's
and
funny.
For you guys listening to me, I know I sound extra country right now, more than I normally do. But we were going to record yesterday, but I had to call him, had to text Corey and be like, look, this sinus infection is kicking my behind. Felt like our offensive line was tap dancing on my forehead. So I know I sound extra country right now.
Yes, you sound like you just hopped out of you've hopped out of a 48-hour bender in the tree stand.
Yeah, that would be fun right about now.
What now? Okay, you're sitting in a tree stand. What is more fun for you? Do you when you go bow hunting? Do you sit in a tree stand for that too, or are you on the ground for bow hunting?
Yeah, I can sit in either one. My box stand, I can sit in and shoot my bow, but normally I sit outside for that one in the tree.
Gotcha. How cold does it get down there, like when you're sitting in the tree?
It's
like November, right?
Yeah, it'll get to low 30s down here. But it's really sunny during the day. It get to 60s during the day, and they get to the 30s at night. It's not bad. In the morning now, it can get a little spicy in the morning. It could be.
What time do you go out there?
But I usually get, day breaks at 5. Let's see, time will go back. So what time is it right now? 10, so it'll be 9. So I'll get out there. Probably I try to get out there an hour before daybreak. So if daybreak's at 6, I'd be in the stand by 5.
How high up are you in the stand?
Feet. In the box stand, about 10 feet, and then in the tree, it just depends on where I put it in the tree. There's a couple of different places you can put it, or which tree I decide to put it in. But you're up there, and it also depends on your branches too. If you got some good branches, you don't have to go as high as most people, as you see like on TV and stuff like that. But just make sure you got a good harvest. I'm about 15 to 20 feet up.
So do you have to uninstall and install it before every use, or?
Mm-hmm. So right now, I'll put it up in August because football season starts. So I'll go first week of August and put it up because we got acclimation week that week anyway, and we got new teacher orientation and open house and all that stuff that week too. So I'll go at night and put that up after practice just so they get used to seeing it. Or If I put my tree stand up, then I just put it up and camouflage a little bit. So they just kind of get used to the smell already. So by the time I do go hunt, it won't phase them.
Yeah, they just walk right on by, and you're like, "Ooh, there you go, 8-pointer." Pow!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. About hit an 8 the other day.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I about hit an 8-pointer with my car all the time. It's the
They
best
like to
hunting.
come out in traffic all the time. Yeah,
That's the best hunting tool right there is a vehicle.
that's it. And then, ooh, bright lights. Let me go run toward it. Jesus,
Yeah.
is that you?
Yeah.
I guess
Oh my
that's what it
gosh.
is.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah. So, new teacher orientation. You're pretty stoked. You don't have to be a new teacher this year.
Man, let me tell you something. That is new teacher orientation is a waste of time. Okay. All right. So new teacher orientation is for teachers who have not taught before ever. Okay. I mean, because think about it. If you go to a new school system, you already do all the stuff that you're learning in new teacher orientation. So,
But if you're new to the
let's get
district, you still have to go to that, right?
yes.
Oh,
I came in March last year and I still had to go to new teacher orientation last year. I don't have to do it this year.
that's so you're going to lead. You don't know this yet, but they're going to ask you to lead a session because you're like a level 5 teacher.
Yeah, that's gonna be bad on their part, man. Because I'm gonna tell the truth and be like, look, guys, we got some knuckleheads. Your classroom management is gonna be, hey, sit your blankety blank down, okay? Because if you don't, they're gonna see it as a weakness if you try to be nice to them. So you have to be mean first, and then you can back off a little bit to know that you don't play. That's any teachers out there. You have to be mean first. Be mean first, and then you can be nice later on.
Yeah. Because nice out of the gates. It just they just think they own the place. Is really kind of what happens.
They're little turds, and then the parents come up there, and little Ray has never done anything wrong in her life. And yes, ma'am, my baby don't cuss. Well, man, why are we here? Why am I calling you? Why would I call you?
Yeah. Why
Just
would I
talk
call
to
you? Do you think I would just make up a reason that Ray said the most impressive string of cuss words I've ever heard in my
Yes,
life?
I must say now, some of our kids got some impressive ones now. I'm thoroughly impressed by the way that they cuss now. Ain't gonna lie, I've stolen a couple in my years of teaching. I'm like,
You have to.
you put
And
that
then
all together by yourself, pretty impressive.
yeah, and then you throw it back at them, and that's when they're like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
That's the best part. Every once in a while you launch it right back at them, and they're like, "Oh, coach, I didn't know you had game like that."
Yeah.
You're like, bro, I invented this.
No
Get out of
doubt.
my face. And then you never have another problem out of them ever.
Oh, no, never. I steal one liners from my kids all the time.
Oh, it's great. It's great. And then they're like, "Oh, okay, I guess I can't use that one." Yeah.
No,
Coach Troupe used it. I can't use it.
I stole it and made it better. Sorry.
Yeah. Just what I do, man. I enhance it. I up the quality. So anyway, back to our original point. We just meandered around this one. SEC Media Days, man.
Mhm.
Gunnar Stockton, CJ Allen, Dalen Everett representing the Dogs. Where do you like? Here's the thing I'm excited about. Not just Georgia players at SEC Media Days. That's all fun. I want to see how Gunnar Stockton handles all this, but I'm excited just really about all the new quarterbacks, just to kind of see how they handle the spotlight. I'm excited to see what Arch Manning looks like in front of everybody. Austin Simmons at Ole Miss, Gunnar Stockton. I would say Ty Simpson, but he's not going to be there. I would say Marcel Reed, but he's not going to be there.
Yeah. It's always weird when at least the quarterback doesn't come with the team.
Yeah, it's like, what are we doing here? Like, you got to, don't you want buzz around your program?
Yeah, it's always weird to me. But I mean, if that guy's not ready yet, or you got other guys, I understand that too. But it was always weird not seeing
starting quarterback. That's your first evaluation. Is he going to be able to? If he can't handle media days, You think he's going to be able to handle Baton Rouge or Williams Bryce?
The media, they're something else.
Lord,
the media try you before the fans do most of the time. Fans are going to be fans. Like, we already know they're crazy, but the media, some of the questions that they ask are, let's just say I'm glad that I took that class. Coach Rick always made us take a class on how to talk to the media. Let's just say I'm glad I took that class sometimes. Even today, as a grown professional, I'm glad I took that class.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I really want to say the first thing that I'm thinking.
And you can't.
Yeah.
You can't. And you know you can't. But you want to say it anyway. It's like,
yeah.
You have to like fight every ounce of you to not say, like, you walk off the field and the parent says something to you and you're going to be like, I want to punch you so bad. Hi, how are you doing, sir? Nice to meet you. Yeah, we're gonna, this, that, you just hem haw around, dance around the point. It's just like, okay, I just don't want to get into this with this parent because that never ends well. No, what's the weirdest question you ever got? What was the moment from the media at Georgia that you got and you were just like, what the?
We lost to Kentucky. I think it was 2009. We lost Kentucky at home. And we get we get there and they come in, call your name, you go in there. And one of the reporters, I make sure I get this right. One of the reporters asked, "What do you think that you need to do better in order to win the next time?" Or something along those lines. And I just looked and I was like, "What?" Like I said, did you watch the game too? Like what kind of question is that? Like, hey, what do you need to do better next time to win the football? Man, the game's already over.
Yeah.
Like we have to wait a whole 365 to play this team again. What do you mean? Now the next week we went out and beat the hell out of Georgia Tech. So, but it's like,
well, that's always a given, right?
The weirdest question, the most strangest question I've gotten from a parent is my son not starting today? I said, no, he's not starting, but he's playing. And they said, but that's not the same. I said, so you're asking me why isn't he the first person to go out there on the field? Like, yes. Said, because he missed practice this week. You know that's a rule for everybody. And it's like he was only going to be down for one play because he was sick. But that was a rule. Like if you missed practice, then you didn't start.
And they signed documents saying that, right? Uh-oh. Did I lose you?
Yeah. It is. Like it went in the very next play after that. So,
oh, that's
weird.
So I had a parent, and we had a really productive offense this particular season. So it's not even like we were, and this dude's son was extremely productive. We had 3 guys over 800 yards receiving that year. 3 guys. And he was the third guy. He was over 800 yards.
Mm-hmm.
He was our bomber. If we're taking a shot, it's going to him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And our quarterback was kind of a wild card. He would just he would scramble a lot. He would bail out or whatever, or he would just take it and sprint out on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, what are you doing? And then, then he'd make some spectacular play, and you're like, okay, I can't be matched. Like, okay,
I got one of those.
Yeah. So after the game, this team was a semifinal team. And we were 3-7. That was our 7th loss against this team. And this team, it was senior night. This team is probably, we had, I think, 38 kids on our roster. They had 90.
Oh man.
Um,
Good Lord.
They ran the stack eye. They had behemoths everywhere. They would just bludgeon teams to death, right? And it's senior night. They're thinking, starters are thinking they're going to be out by halftime. It's going to be running clock, right?
Uh-huh.
That's the sentiment coming into this game. It's like, okay, we're playing Hillwood. It's going to be a running clock.
Mm-hmm.
And we took them to the freaking wire. Like they had to. We were knocking on the door to win the game. We got an offense. Yeah, I mean they weren't comfortable over there, and they were walking off the field like after the handshake line, and their guys just looked beat up and just battered, just like spent. And you're like, okay, if we're gonna lose, like that's the way you do it, right?
Yeah, if you're looking for a moral victory, then that's the one you want to have.
Yeah, that's the one that makes you like feel like you're growing or you're accomplishing some things. But so that happened, right? And it was a couple like questionable calls away from like we had a legitimate chance of winning that game.
Mm-hmm.
We were the better team that night, probably. Outside of a few moments, and those moments were critical on the scoreboard. We lost by 6 points. This parent decides to come down. I mean, it is still like we haven't left the field yet. So this loss is still fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm still mad because we got screwed on some calls. And I'm still upset that we didn't win and couple things here and there and it's no problem. And this dad has the audacity to come down and say, Why aren't you looking at my kid? He's open on every play. All you're doing is calling rollouts and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, he's like, I'm like, okay, first of all, have you ever seen that? You've seen this kid play for 2 seasons and you don't know the difference between a scramble and a called sprint out?
Yeah.
He called a rollout. I didn't know who he was going to throw it to on any given play. I had someone who we intended to throw to on every single play. Like this play, okay. And I would tell him, hey, when I call this is the look you're going to get, hit this route. No, hit the route. But he'd make a play. And I'm like, it's hard to be mad at you. But like, bro, you would have 4,000 yards passing if you just hit the routes I tell you to hit.
Yeah, that's like it.
But this kid's dad was just like yelling at me. And I can't do anything about it. Like I can't yell back at him, but I mean, this kid's dad's just yelling at me. And the kid doesn't care. The kid had 800 some yards receiving. He had fun. He had the time of his life.
Yeah.
His dad, on the other hand, was freaking miserable, and I was screwing his kid over. I'm like, what are we doing?
Sometimes the parent wants it more than the kid, or the kid's having fun. The kid's great. Like, and then you try not to take it out on the kid because the parents suck. Because you're like, God, this kid's such a great kid, but your mom and dad are terrible human beings. But
this kid knew it. This kid was like, I saw him later on. He was like yelling at his dad, like you're embarrassing me. Quit doing that.
Yeah.
And then later on, this kid signed a D3 scholarship
to
this school in Illinois, and his dad was like, "Thank you for everything you did for my kid."
Oh man, see, those are the times where I want to be like, you know what? Do you remember that time? And I'm petty. I'm just that petty. Be like, yeah, you remember that time when you said that I wouldn't do anything for your child? Look where we are now. Crazy how that works.
Yeah, yeah, it's nuts, man. And like this was the best I could do because his grades weren't great. Like he had under 2.5. We had to like.
You're worried about him catching the ball, but then what about his schoolwork?
He ended up his kid ended up going to the Army. I love and this kid love this kid to death. He still texts me every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. But you get texts from your old players and old students and stuff.
Yeah. He'll hit me up every once in a while, but like I'm just like, God, like that was the weirdest, like because his kid dropped a bomb earlier in the game too. Like we went to his kid and he dropped a bomb. Right? We went over the top and it went right through his hands.
It's one of those you got to blame somebody. You know, somebody's got to take the blame somewhere.
Yeah.
You just have to be the first person that he saw.
Yeah. But I wasn't the first one he saw. He had to sift through the crowd to find me. A, because I'm not very tall, and B, because I'm coming down from the top, and I had to come down, work my way through their crowd. This school is one of those schools.
Mm-hmm.
They have a great crowd. So sifting through that, and everyone's like, "Hey, you guys played so great," and their fans are so nice.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you guys played so great, and man, like, you guys are a tough team, and they'd ask me what our record is. Like, no way, like,
yeah.
The problem with our team is we'd spot you 21 points before we ever got going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and or like we had this one team, we were up 14-0, and we didn't touch the ball the entire third quarter because we kicked it off to them. They went down and scored, and then they onsided it and got it back and held it for the rest of the quarter.
God, I hate when teams do that.
And that was a turning point, and we ended up losing that game. We lost the game 49-42 because this team had a quarterback that was like Michael Vick. He just ran all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
He scored all 7 touchdowns.
Yeah,
right.
I tell
7.
my sister, tell all parents to refer questions to me. If they got any questions about the offense, please have them refer all questions to me. I told them the first day of school my number. I told all the kids my phone number. So I was like, if they all have any questions, tell them to call me. I will gladly answer them all for you guys.
Be careful what you wish for on that front. But what do you? So going back to, you ain't got any?
No.
Well, you're in Thomasville. You're probably not going to get any. Those fans.
And I have RPF too, so when I'm out on the field, so it looks like, please don't go talk to him.
RPF. Do you have RPF at school too?
I do. I really do.
You the guy walking down the hallway. Here comes Coach Troupe. He's grumpy again.
Yeah, you know it. You know it.
When actuality, you're probably in a better mood than half the building.
Yeah, I'm in a great mood. That's why you look so serious all the time, so people won't talk to me.
Yeah. So I can practice my introvertedness.
That's right. Even though I'm not
I don't have to be an extrovert until what time y'all get out of school?
Yeah, 3 o'clock. Well, we get out at 3.
I don't have to be an extrovert until 3 o'clock, so just bear with me here. Don't talk to me.
But yeah, back to media days. All right, here we go.
What are you excited about?
I'm just excited to see, hear the coach's perspective this year. I think South Carolina is going to be much improved this year. I'm excited. What I really want, I'm ready to hear Stoops in Kentucky, because I think, like we talked about last week, I think it's just time. You know what I mean? I think his tenure has run its course. He's a great coach by all means, but I think it's just time for a change there. I really want to hear how Oklahoma's going to be this year too, as well. I know we're going to be Georgia. Georgia's going to be Georgia. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, they're preseason number 1. It's in the conference, it's going to be. Yeah,
I'm just excited to hear. I'm interested to see what's going on at Auburn too. I mean, it's going to be year 4 that if they don't win a game, something's got to be going on over there.
They start with Baylor,
they got some
dude.
bad juju somewhere.
It's Hugh Freeze. That's where their bad juju is. He's not a good human.
That's what everybody says.
He's not a good human.
Everybody says that.
He's not. It must be true. But they open up with Baylor. That's not a fun game to open up with on the road.
Yeah, Dave Aranda defense.
Dave Aranda. That place is going to be that place is going to be in a frenzy, dude. That fan base is like low key, pretty freaking good.
Are they going to? They got to go to Baylor. Ooh-wee. That's
Yep.
gonna be a good one.
First game too. I think it's week 0 even.
Did they have a quarterback?
Who?
Auburn.
Jackson Arnold, but what do we know about Jackson Arnold? He ran all over Alabama. But like, what else do we know about Jackson Arnold? Like, I mean, he was pretty good at Oklahoma, but is he gonna be any good at?
Bless it.
Auburn?
Bless it. Yeah.
Like,
I heard so much fun stuff about Hugh Freeze. I'm like, God, almighty day. Let's see, who else am I looking for? I think those are the main ones.
I want to see old Pit Boss, man. I want to see how he handles it because there's some heat on him.
Yeah. Well, they're speaking of heat on him. There's heat on, I guess, Lincoln Riley too, according to experts about him being on the hot seat too.
Oh yeah, he's been a huge disappointment out there in L.A. Yeah,
I think he's a lot tougher than they've had in a long time, and it shows. Kind of the way they play.
shows how weak they've been. Yeah.
Yeah, for forever, ever since what's his name?
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll left. They've just been. He also had dudes too. Let's not forget about that. He had dudes.
Well, he recruited those dudes.
Yeah.
I mean, Pete Carroll built
that. Going to USC like they used to. Like they're coming to the SEC.
Yeah.
Dudes aren't going to USC's and the UCLA's anymore.
No, they're going everywhere. They're going to Texas. They're going to Ohio State. They're going to any SEC school. Like Pete Carroll was like USC was terrible when Pete Carroll took over. They were terrible, but they were like mediocre.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that, John Robinson. I think when Keyshawn left, he retired or something, and they had this like dark stage of nothing, and then Pete Carroll came in and just completely built that thing into a monster. Pete Carroll does not get the credit he deserves. Like he was a mediocre to below average head coach before that in the NFL. And he's somebody that like figured something out. I don't know what it was. He figured something out after getting fired from the Patriots and then going to SC. He figured something out, and then he's been
fun coach. That's what Dan Quinn said. Because Dan Quinn worked for Saban and he worked for Pete Carroll. So he was like, they're the same person, but they're opposite, and they know their strengths. So Pete Carroll is the fun guy. Nick Saban is a discipline guy, and they don't cross. Nick Saban doesn't try to be fun, and Pete Carroll doesn't try to be a discipline guy. You know what I mean? And it works, and that's what works out for him. That's what. But they both made him coach.
But they both focus on like their principles are the same. Like
yes,
how they go about doing it is different.
Yes,
but like it's the same program. It's built on the same foundation and the same attention to detail and the same focus on process over results. It's just both of those guys are completely genuine, and that's why it works. Like that's why Nick Saban works. If he was trying to be a hard ass, it wouldn't work. But he's not trying. That's just he's being himself. He's genuine.
That's how it is.
So is Pete Carroll. But it's the same program. People don't understand that. That's why. Yeah. That's why they can both be successful.
Wait, is SEC Media Day in Atlanta too?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, Atlanta's booming this week, boy. Yeah, Beyonce's there. The All-Star Game's gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
There's something else that's down there too. Oh, Jeezy concert this week.
Oh, Jeezy! Have you ever seen Jeezy concert?
I have. He's all 4 foot of him. Yes, I have.
Yeah, all 4 foot of him. He was. I saw him when he was touring with Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
this is a long time ago. Blueprint 3.
Yeah. See, that's what kids don't know. All you people listening, kids don't know Fat Jeezy. They don't know Fat Jeezy and Fat Gucci. So that was a great time right there.
You ain't lived and you haven't listened to rap music unless you've listened to Fat Jeezy and Fat Gucci.
Yes, and you also aren't living unless you grew up in the Travis Porter era. Yeah, I know you know who I'm talking about because they came from around your way.
I know they did. I know.
The Travis Porter era was something to be remembered.
Yeah. So like right when I left UGA, I worked at Phillips Arena, and Phillips Arena hosted every single year Hot 107.9.
Yeah.
Or 107.5. Hot 107.5. Their birthday, like their radio station's birthday, they have birthday bash. Have you ever heard of this?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Have you ever been?
I did not go, but I've definitely heard of it.
Yeah, it's insane. It's exactly what you think it is. It's freaking nuts, dude. I worked three of them. Once as an intern and twice as a regular employee. And then I went to an additional one after that. So I've been to Birthday Bash 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, dude, it is just like just the freaking red carpet A-list of Atlanta rappers coming through there, man. And there's some that they're just awful. Like the ones that come on first. Those guys are just freaking terrible. Like the ones that just like jump around on stage and you can't really understand what they're saying.
Oh yeah.
And they're just
there to get the party hyped up, ready to go.
And they're just doing weird stuff because like they think that's what you're supposed. They're doing what they think you're supposed to do at a rap concert, and not really just like. And those guys are like, and you know they give them a courtesy cheer or whatever, and what you know, and then the real acts come through like Plies and Mr. Birthday Bash himself, Jeezy, T.I.,
and all the groups, all of them used to do.
Luda, I mean, all the heavy hitters come out for Birthday Bash, man, and I'm telling you, dude, like that might go down as one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah,
like that I've ever been to. Like those were so much fun because there was no like, you didn't have any expectations going to Birthday Bash. You're just like, this is going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be wild anyway.
It's going to be wild. I don't know what to expect. I don't even care if the music's that great. If it's like 2 or 3 songs that I like, and it's just freaking crazy. Okay, we're there.
Shower Cap at UGA. Did you ever go to Shower Cap?
No. What was Shower Cap?
Sigma something. I forget. One of the fraternities would throw a huge party. Feature would throw one too. It's right around the time that we have G-Day, because we played G-Day at like 1:00.
Yeah.
So we get done. But yeah, it's like the big frat party of the weekend.
Somebody went like my freshman or sophomore year. They had what the hell, Afro Man.
Yes, I was just listening to Afro Man the other day. I was like, man, I remember this concert. I was there.
Cool for it. Because I got high.
Yes.
Was hitting on the radio right before 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that? Oh, you probably don't remember that. How old were you in 9/11? What?
I was in the 8th grade.
8th grade. So
7th grade. I was in the 7th grade.
I was a senior in high school. Senior year of high school. That's such a weird week. Like I don't know about y'all school, but our school just completely shut down, but nobody went anywhere. We stayed in the first period the entire day and nobody moved.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted
I think it was.
Nobody had to say anything.
No.
Nobody had to say it. Like the administrators didn't have to say, "Hey, we're gonna stay in for." Nobody moved.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy.
Like that today, we watched it. And like today, we can't turn the TV and stuff on now.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it was nuts, man. We just sat in there and we just like here's what was happening. Like I was out selling spirit ribbons or something for a class I was doing. Like we had like a fundraiser thing, and I was roaming the school in the middle, during class period. And one of my classmates comes through and is just screaming, "Oh my God!" frantic, like, "Oh my God, they hit the towers!" I'm like, and this kid was like overly dramatic, so like he was overly dramatic about just about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're just like, "Shut up, dude!" Like, hit the tower. Like some idiot probably flew into the tower, like trying to be a show off or something. I don't know. Like some idiot had a plane crash. That was my first thought. And I walk in there, I go, and the TV was on. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it was not movie day.
I was like, oh boy, this this okay. We're
We're here. Yeah.
okay. This is not some accident. This is not some idiot flying into the, because I think right before, like not long before that, some baseball player, some pitcher, major league pitcher, flew his little prop plane into a building accidentally.
Mm.
Like I thought it was one of those type scenarios.
Yeah, we get down planes here around here all the time, especially when farmers and stuff spray their crops and stuff too. So you don't really think about it. But yeah, that day was wild. But it makes it so bad, and then we go back to Afro Man, is because as a seventh grader playing middle school baseball, that was like our theme song. That album.
The Colt 45, the Colt 45. That's such a catchy song.
Afro Man Likes Tall Cans is a club banger now. You got to go back and listen to it.
Yeah,
I was listening to it on the way to work, literally on Tuesday, I think it was. I was like, dude, I forgot all about these songs.
I was gonna go to class, and I ooh, yeah.
I get bored, the music, they just kind of make my head hurt. But should I go back? I'll go way back. Gap Band and all that stuff too. Just like on Friday nights for games, I don't listen to all the hard stuff, me type, old school music, things like that. I said I can't be angry before I go out there. I ain't playing anymore. I'll be mad as hell before I go out there. Before I go out there and go play. Because why you so angry?
Yeah, I try to listen to a podcast before I call plays. Like, get my thinking skills. Yeah, that's what I'm listening to. But dude, if you like the kid, and this always blows the kids' mind too when I show them this, because they don't believe me. Like they don't believe that I like the type of music I like. And if you saw my playlist, you would be like, well, I mean, you probably wouldn't be surprised, but like, it's all over the place, man. It goes from like Oasis to freaking Jeezy,
yeah,
and back to the Beatles, and then to Tupac, and then Biggie, and I have all like my playlist is insane, and I love it, dude. It's called I call it Jam Out, and it's just banger after freaking bangers, like Ludacris's best stuff, all the T.I., Eminem, Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z, Outkast, all the Atlanta stuff, Pastor Troy, all that stuff. And then I go like Metallica, Nirvana, 311, Darius Rucker, Luke Combs. Like I go all across the board.
You got to, man. You got to be universal in your music genres.
Yeah, like I call it well-rounded.
You got to be well-rounded. I got a little bit of everything.
And the kids are like, I bet you like country music. Like, why would you say that?
I love it all.
It's like I do. Well, actually, I tell them, I go, well, you're not totally wrong when you say that, but like why would you assume that I like country music? Like I always throw it back on them. Like, why would you assume? Because you know why they probably assume it, but I throw it back on them I kind of make them feel a little pressure there. I'm like, so why do you assume that I like country music?
My favorite line too, especially
like,
situations, is it's because I'm black, ain't it?
Yeah.
And most people turn about the color of my shirt that I have on right now because they're like, oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing.
Yeah, I usually hit them with a, I don't really care, but I'm like, yeah, you I was like, oh, I see how you got there. I'm white. We live in Nashville. Okay, I get it.
White guy.
I'm the white guy. You like country music, yeah.
Let me tell you something. We were coming back from, I think, LSU. When we beat them up, they stole something over there. And Coach Lilly, I walked by. I'm like, Coach Lilly, what's up? And Coach Lilly is listening to Tupac, and I was like, my dog. I knew he was cool. Coach Lilly was already cool. He was really cool when I found out he was listening to Tupac.
What song was it?
I don't remember. I just remember seeing Tupac. That was back when we had the little iPods back then.
Dude, I was bumping some Tupac, dude. Tupac was one of those rare artists, and not many artists have this ability. But he was one of those rare artists where you stick the CD in there and you ain't got to skip.
Mm-hmm.
You just go triple zeros all the way to the end.
All the way through.
And you ain't changing the song. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Just banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. I mean, it is so good.
Good times. And now we're in 2025. And we're like, what are we doing?
Not in 2025. Like if I listen to a new song, I can't even finish the freaking song.
Yeah.
It is a mess, dude. Like there's some good stuff out there. I can't lie, but like most of the good stuff I hear, it's like I'll be watching Hard Knocks and I'll hear a song. I'm like, oh, that song's dope, dude. Like Big Sean, Why Would I Stop?
Mm-hmm.
That was on the Raiders. That was on the Raiders Hard Knocks, and I was like, oh. Or like 21 Savage. I was watching a lot. You know the song A Lot.
Mm-hmm.
How many you got is that? A lot. How many a lot? You know that song?
Yeah.
I was watching. You know when Chris Rock tried to do his version of Saw, the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was on the trailer of that.
I didn't even hear that.
That song was on the trailer. I'm like, this song's dope, dude. Or like a Champ Sports commercial. I hear a song and I dig and find the song and I'm like, this song's awesome. It's like some obscure song.
Yeah.
But it was on a Champ Sports commercial. Like that's where I found out. Like you just find your music. I just stumble into good songs.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't getting it from the kids because they ain't listening to anything good.
Oh, yeah, and speaking of Saul, all right, I put this out there. All right.
Oh yeah, your question. Yes.
Could you survive a horror movie?
Yeah, because I'm getting the hell out of there. I mean, I wouldn't be in the horror movie very long.
That's what everybody. I mean, you got to think now. It's a movie, so it's going to last a little bit. It's like, would you survive? Could you survive just a regular horror movie? I think I could. Because you got to have common sense. Like common sense goes a long way in situations like this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If there's something creepy and you hear a noise, number one, the noise has to come to you. So you do not need to go look for it. There is no number two because I just gave it to you. The noise has to come to you. So do not go look for it. That's rule number one. And that's it.
Yeah, don't go investigating. I'm pretty clumsy sometimes, so like I'm a bull in a china shop. So I don't know that I would. I couldn't hide. Like I can't hide very good. I knock stuff over, or like I'll sneeze, or I like, and whatever's coming after me is gonna find me, and I'm going down.
Yeah.
I'm a bull in china shop, so no, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, so most serial killers have some sort of weapon. I ain't seen but one serial killer, and that's Ghostface in the last two screams that they've had actually use a gun and shoot somebody. You never seen. You mean to tell me that you're gonna chase me with this little knife? That's your weapon of choice.
What's hilarious is like these they don't ever run either.
No, they just get stuck. Like no, like kick him. I'm in the old man fighting stage of my life now. Okay, that means I'm grabbing stuff, I'm kicking stuff, I'm stepping on toes, putting my finger in your nose. Like I'm in the old man fighting stage of life now.
Punching you in the nuts, yeah.
Yeah. So I tell my kids that all the time. Like I said, they try to come up and grab me. It's not my hand or my fingers somewhere.
Which one is who's taking you out though? Which villain is going to take you out? Like you can't defeat this villain. Who's taking you out?
To me, the only one that can get me is Michael Myers. It's because he's Mike. Like he's strong. You know, he's got an extra set of tools that ain't nobody else got. You know, if you're around water, Jason's fine. You know, you put him back in the water, he's fine. Chucky's, you know, you just punt Chucky, like he's fine.
He's a doll. Yeah. Freddy Krueger though.
Freddy, you know, I don't sleep anyway because my 1-year-old likes to be a Power Ranger. So I mean, he ain't gonna get me.
You just have.
So, but I do like the real life, like George, like The Strangers, things like that, because it just teaches you, hey, you gotta watch people. Mm-hmm.
The realistic ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Like out of all these movies, all the slasher movies don't scare me one bit. You know, all your horror movies that you think would scare you doesn't scare me at all. The one that freaked me out was The Ring.
You scared that little lady coming out TV?
I don't know why that freaked me out. So it creeped me out, dude. Because like when it first came out on home video, I'd fallen asleep watching it. Like, and I woke up, my TV had static on it, and I didn't remember my TV being on when I fell asleep, but you know how that goes. So my TV's static, the hall light is on, so there's a ring of light around my door frame, and the TV's on static. And I just woke up, and it's probably because I was just like half asleep or barely awake even. And I just woke up and like, oh, and I just watched it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no. I was freaked out, dude. That messed me up for a minute.
That's when you got to turn on a cartoon and watch some Scooby Doo, the Jetsons, or something like that.
I think I played some video games right after that and for a little while, and then went to sleep. But I was like, good Lord, man! Like,
The Strangers is the one for me. Like The Strangers that can be pretty real. It could be like real life trauma right there. You know, ain't no superhuman man just walking around like Michael Myers and daggone Jason. You know what I mean?
yeah,
No dog is possessed, but like Strangers, that really happened.
mm-hmm. Or like House of a Thousand Corpses. For like, it didn't like creep me out. It just kind of was like, I just felt weird after watching it. I was just like,
some movies you like, yeah, I just feel dirty.
yeah.
I wasn't even there.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's like that torture stuff. Like I'm just like, oh.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you're telling me that this young man is running around with this chainsaw, and chainsaws are heavy. Like it is very, very heavy.
Yeah.
It's gonna catch me. No.
Yeah.
If I take best and you don't run with me, then you're on your own. I can find a way.
Yeah. The best is the Geico commercial that makes fun of it. You ever seen that one?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "Hey, let's get in the running car." No, let's go to that room where all the chainsaws are.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting there going, "Oh, jeez,
y'all are stupid. Y'all are stupid."
I Know What You Did Last Summer. They're making a reboot of that.
Those could be real too. I'm excited to see that one. Yeah, that's gonna be good. And the last bone I'm gonna pick about movies here. Hey, y'all stop going to Hawaii with the dinosaurs, okay? They don't stop bringing them things back over here. And I know you guys know. I know y'all know. I haven't seen the new one yet. I'm gonna watch the new one this weekend. But stop going over there and messing with the dinosaurs. They ain't mess with nobody. They ain't bother nobody. Stay over here in the States. Don't go over there and mess with dinosaurs. Then y'all get them and bring them back over here. Like, just think, behind my house is woods. Like, I go let my dogs out, right? And there's a T-Rex, like, poking his head through the trees in the back of my house. Like, no amount of ammunition is going to take that animal down. Like, none.
Yeah. And you're screwed.
Like, just think, y'all on the highway, and a brontosaurus is walking across the highway.
Yeah, that thing ain't looking for you. It's gonna crush. It's gonna crush you.
And as much land and stuff as y'all got in Tennessee, just think he's just going to go to one of the fields and get something to eat.
Yeah, he's gonna crush about 16 cars on his way over there.
Yeah, so I mean, don't dress. Hey, if they ever ask me, hey, you want to go to Jurassic Park? No. Absolutely not. No.
No. No, I'll watch the movies, but that's about as close as I'm getting.
There's no amount of money that can even make me go to that island.
No, because there's a scene they play in the trailers. It's not really spoil. I don't know where it is in the movie, but it's the scene where like the T-Rex is sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
and the group wakes it up accidentally, and it stands up and it's like, oh, hello, and then they like they're like trying to get away. They're trying to sneak out of there, and they inflate the raft, and they're
Mm-hmm.
floating, and the T-Rex is like swimming beside them.
Yeah. Since when did T-Rexes swim? See, that's what I'm talking. See, that's what I'm talking about. When in the books have you heard of a T-Rex swimming? Not just like in the water, but it's swimming. It's
Yeah.
gliding and holding water.
Yeah. And then it knows exactly where you are, and it flips you over, and you're like, oh boy.
What a dish could do. Yeah, let's go over here to Jurassic Park. Like, I gotta learn, man. Learn. Don't be messing with stuff. Sit down.
That's an unintended horror movie that I wouldn't survive.
Oh no, it's over with. Like I'm dead now. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like Jurassic Park,
That T-Rex is taking me out.
there's too much what if in Jurassic Park. Like what if you have to go to the jungle and you get bit by one of them big ass mosquitoes? Like that. There's a what if. One of the little green dinosaurs, get pissed at you and go get his homeboys, and now we're in this dilemma.
Yeah.
Or you're walking in tall grass and velociraptors trying to chase you. You know what I mean? There's too many what ifs during this.
Yeah.
Or that little lizard that got my man in the first Jurassic Park.
Oh, Newman? He got my man Newman.
He
he was back in New York City with Seinfeld.
So, you're trying to take a poop in the bushes because you ain't pooped in a couple of days. You already wiped your butt with poison ivy. And then next thing you know, this thing is standing behind you, screaming at you.
And then it rips you apart.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, Jurassic Park. First of all, I ain't going. But if I was forced to go,
that's not a comfortable trip there.
Yeah, like you can't shoot those animals like you can't. Like there ain't nothing that America makes right now that can take one of them animals down.
No, not a chance. Not a chance. I'm not with it. They're remaking Spider-Man and Naked Gun.
I'm excited about the Naked Gun. That with Liam Neeson in it, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
I was a little weary of it. I still am, but I'm still going to see it. I still want to see it because I just love that franchise so much that I just want to see how they do with it.
Yeah, and I'm ready for Happy Gilmore 2 to come out. I'm ready for that one too.
We're at the point of everything's a remake now, and
yeah, there's no more ideas. Everybody's done it, so you got to try to remake something,
continue the story or whatever. Yeah,
it's okay sometimes. But you gotta keep the original storyline as well too. Something from the original storyline has to be in the movie. Otherwise, that's what made all the Scream movies so good. Now they always went back to the original. Mm-hmm. Something always tied the new movie to the original.
Yeah, the Fast and Furious series, the Saw series, the Jurassic Park series. There was a couple weird ones in the middle of that one, though. Yeah. There's so much you can do with dinosaurs, but
T-Rex swimming, that did it for me. Like, nah, y'all can have this.
I have that. Well, speaking of having it, hopefully you guys have a great weekend. That's all we got for you guys. Israel, get over your sinus infection.
Yeah, I know. Hey, if you're watching this, okay, I'm not falling asleep. Okay, just in case you was wondering, I just sound like this and I look like this. Sorry, I love each and every one of you.
Hell yeah! So yeah, he's all dogged up, Thomasville and Georgia. So he's rock and rolling. So the season, if you are in and around the Thomasville area, you should go watch or get you an NFHS subscription and watch them on the internet. Are you guys on NFHS?
Yes, we are.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So do that and subscribe here on the Regular Guys podcast. But that's all we got for you guys today. Go Dogs. We'll see you back here. Go Dogs doubly for you, actually. And we'll see you back here next time. We're going to work on getting some guests. We're going to have some guest appearances from some people. And it's going to be like the same format. We're just going to go. Talk to them a little bit about themselves and just go. And just do what we do.
Well, the show now is basically, just like two guys talking.
Yeah, it's
a little bit of sports, a little bit of movies, a little switch up here and there. You got to keep you on your toes.
It's like you're hanging out with us at the bar.
That's it.
We're eating wings. We're chugging some beers and some whiskey or vodka, whatever it is you drink. And we are just chatting about anything and everything.
Yep.
And it is ADD podcasting at its finest.
Which makes it that much better.
ADHD podcasting. You got to love it. All right. Well, until next time, for Israel Troupe and Corey Burton, Regular Guys, we'll catch you later. Peace.